Doesn't make much difference putting my lights on. We're now viewing him by the light of the game drive vehicles. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Unbelievable.
We're also reflecting in the water as well. The prints of darkness. That's the thing about early old God. It depends because he is territorial. He's got a very big territory here. Basically, the whole Arathusa farm is territory. And goes too far south. Hello, look in one mate. It's a Leopard in Tingana for established. There's someone behind the Leopard. Leopard. Middag my vriend, waar is jy nou? Ek gaan nog te lekker ook nog steeds met die 2 minute weer.
Tweet coming in from Susie. Hello Susie. Susie's asking if this is the male that we had in the tree with the aardvark a little while ago. Yes, it is, Susie. It is indeed him. And here, hippo making quite a splash in the dam off to our right.
Tomorrow morning when we start taking my walking to store again. I'm up here by any issue there. And then also leaving his mark behind to clean out the people that you like up as well. Usually the females introduce the eagle, they will then look for him. And they start calling for him. And then obviously they'll think more.
Comparison between him and a Mbula, they're about the same size. I'd say that hard to tell, Marsha, but I'd say that the Mbula is probably a little bigger. I'm not too sure. Someone asked the question a few minutes ago what his history is, how long he's held sway here. I'm not too sure, because having only come back recently to the Sabi Sand, but more importantly, I've only been able to come onto this area in the last few months, so I'm not too familiar with his history. Karula's cubs. Now, Karula's first litter of cubs were 2 females who each had 2 different names, because Wild Earth, I think, jumped the gun a little bit at the time and named them. And then of course there's the traditional way of naming cats here in the Sabi Sand. The guides named the cats, and so the names that the guides assigned to the 2 cubs were obviously the names that are still being used today. And there was a very short time that we as Wild Earth were using different names, and did become confusing, because the one cub was called Tingana, but it is confusing because this male is called Tingana. But that is a cub from 2006, if I'm not mistaken. So it would be going on about the same age as Tingana now, maybe. Oh, there's a big tree behind you, dude. Shadow was actually the leopard we called Tingana. And her sister was Tandi. How much water? I can't answer that, I'm afraid. How much water will he drink tonight? I have no idea. asjeblieft. Shadow and Tandi are the names of the two leopards that were. Now, Shadow was called Tingana, so on a day like today we would have had Tingana and Tingana, strangely enough, because she was also known as Tingana. The other sister, it's getting so much noise in my ear, it's so hard to concentrate on what I'm saying, almost impossible. Now that the volume is down. Shadow's sister is Tandi, and if I'm not mistaken, she was also known as Saseka. But Saseka didn't stick the same as Tingana didn't stick, so the names reverted to Shadow and Tandi. So those were the two cubs. Those were Karula's first two cubs before she had Mission in Duna in 2008. And then 2010 she had Shivambalana and Shivinzi. Um, 2012 was Quarantine and Kanuma. Rather funny hippo noises from the back. It's not Jason, I promise you. It's hippo. Brenda and Kim are both asking if the hippo will stay in the water because of the leopard or because of the vehicles. Neither, Brenda. No, the hippos live right here next to the lodge. They're fully familiar with the life that goes on around them. And we are in a very, very tiny little spot on a very large dam, and there's ample space for the hippo to get out of the water. But they will still exit the water and go and graze this evening. Screen's going to go dark for a minute while vehicles, we're not losing picture, we've just got a dark screen at the moment. We will be putting lights on shortly. Bye. Copy, thanks. Let's put that down. A little bit more. We're going to sit here for a little while and we're going to say go over to Scott and see what Scott's about. He's doing a bit of a night drive just so that he can say goodbye, and I'll stay with him and hopefully he'll still be here for us to say goodbye in a short while.